Hey, by chance, do you remember Brink? It came out in 2011, which 2011 was a huge year for gaming. I mean, it was stacked with big releases. You've got Skyrim, Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3, the good one. You fucking suck! Just to name a few, because believe me, there are many, many more. Anyways, Brink was developed by Splash Damage and published by Bethesda, and it runs on a modified id Tech 4 engine, aka, you know, the Doom 3 engine, which, how many games do you know run on that, right? There's Doom 3, there's Quake 4, there's Prey, and I'm certain that I'm missing one, but you get the point. Not a lot of games run on id Tech 4. To be honest, I'm not even sure how I got my hands on Brink. I think I might have nabbed it during a Steam sale. So what is Brink about? Well, it's about something. Have you ever played a game and you just can't give a fuck about the story? And not in the same sense as, say, classic Doom or Quake, where there's barely any story, but you kind of care about it. I mean, Brink has a story, but in all honesty, it feels half-assed. I gotta say it.
Oh, man. I don't give a fuck.
However, before I do open up that can of worms, let's talk about the customization options. Customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Ah! What the fuck? Well, Brink actually has a fairly wide variety of customization options in regard to clothing, weapons, and even attachments, which honestly took me a bit by surprise. And the game having come out in 2011, you can unlock everything simply by playing the game, with special unlocks such as weapon attachments and even some guns, as far as I know, being tied to completing challenges, which are pretty damn easy, I gotta say. Now then, onto the campaign. Brink actually has two campaigns, Security and Resistance, and the story goes something like this. Resistance bad, stop them. Security bad, stop them from stopping us. Both campaigns are pretty much the same, with the only real difference being which side you're on. Same maps, similar objectives. The game itself plays like a class-based multiplayer shooter with a pretty limited number of objectives, which really makes the game feel repetitive at times. Oh, and one more thing. I'm sure you've noticed it, but the FPS is, not great. Very choppy. Now, I've read about altering the configuration files to fix that, but I'm lazy and don't really care to fix it. Your judgment has been rejected. Now, having heard all of that, you probably think that I dislike the game, right? Wrong. After breaking in the controls during the first two missions, I started to have fun. A lot of fun. Suddenly, I completely forgot about the god-awful FPS. All of my focus went to getting kills and playing the objective. Granted, my teammates were about as dumb as Kia Soul drivers. You drive a toaster. You deserve to be laughed at. Other than that, I was really beginning to enjoy it, especially after I abandoned ADSing altogether. I played the security campaign first, and after beating it, I switched over to the resistance side, only to find out that I suddenly just didn't want to play the game anymore. Not to knock the game or anything, I just didn't want to play the same levels again. Seeing the list of games that came out in 2011, it's not hard to see why Brink was forgotten. And this is just what I think. Had it come out a different year, maybe a year without so many big releases, you know, I still think it would have been forgotten because, in all honesty, it leaves very much to be desired. It almost feels incomplete, like it was meant to be something bigger, but it didn't work out. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video that Brink was developed by Splash Damage, which if you don't know who Splash Damage is, I really wouldn't blame you because up until I started making this video, I had no idea who they were myself. But after doing a little bit of research, I found out that they really only dabble in multiplayer experiences. Like, they developed the multiplayer mode for Batman Arkham Origins, they also developed the multiplayer mode in Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and a quick Google search of their website shows that they also have ties to the Halo Master Chief Collection, and I'm sure it has to do with multiplayer. And holy shit, is that Quake Wars? Dude, I haven't played Quake Wars since I was like, since I was like 12. You know what, I'll say it. Quake Wars is fun, and if you disagree with me, you can go sit on a fire hydrant. How do I get my fucking hands on this thing? Ah, hell, where was I? Oh, yeah. Splash Damage does seem to have some connections with some big titles. And you've probably noticed that this video isn't as long as my typical video essay, but there really isn't a whole lot that I can say about Brink. It's fun, but it's definitely a one and done. If I had to rate it, I'd give it a brie out of Brink. Alright, I'm gonna go wash my balls. Have a good day.